Some of the other guys that I really like, and some later guys that you might be able to get. Julian Owusu, Notre Dame pass rusher. Now, he's 6'4", 252 pounds. His family came over from Nigeria when he was about 8 years old, so he got a late start in learning the American game. But when he did, what you can't teach with him is his athletic traits and tools. 6'4", has speed for days, great pass rusher. The only issue with him is he has to refine his game more. But again, coming from a different country, adjusting to everything in this country is going to take a transition. But a team willing to give him a shot and letting him grow in their system might have a star in a few years. He has to put on some more weight, has to play the run better, and be a more willing tackler. But the thing with him is, with that speed, with that length, he can be a situational pass rusher right now while he grows his game. So Julian Okwara is a guy that I would take in the second, and hopefully he can pan out because the upside is tremendous. Another guy in a similar vein, Terrell Lewis from Alabama, 6'5", 262 pounds, long, athletic, just like the Notre Dame player. Very gifted physically, also a very smart player. Again, when you get these players out of Alabama, they learn from Nick Saban. So not a bad guy to learn from as far as playing on great defenses in college. Issue with him is he's had injury issues in Alabama, played limited snaps, but he's a smart player, just has to fill out that frame. But just like Julian Okwara, if you get him in your system, let him learn the position, fill out more, learn how to play the run better. Right now you can use him as a situational pass rusher, but he can develop into a star. Great upside with Terrell Lewis. A couple of other safeties that I like in the draft. Grant Delpit, LSU safety, was voted the best defensive back in college football. Physical, smart, very aggressive. Now, the issue with him is he tries to hit a home run on every coverage play. So you got to be careful. And much like a favorite of mine growing up, primetime Deion Sanders, he's not a great tackler or a willing tackler right now. So that'll have to be fixed in the in the NFL game if he wants to play safety full time. But in the right fit, to be groomed, he can step in right away. He can play free safety right now. He's good in coverage. Just have to make sure he learns the game, learns how to tackle and read and diagnose a little bit better. Not be overly aggressive, but just be controlled a little bit more like Xavier McKinney, and he can become an instant playmaker in the NFL once he learns to tackle. Another couple of safeties that we like to make that transition to the league. Kyle Duggar, Lenore Rehine. Not a big college football school. I don't even know if you've heard of it. I've never heard of him, heard of the school and the program, but they're a Division II school, but he dominated at the free safety position. Elite size, speed, explosiveness, production. He plays with controlled aggression at the tackle area. He basically can read and diagnose, and he steps in and is a willing tackler, unlike Grant Delpit. The issue with him is he dominated a lower level competition, so will he be able to jump on the big stage in the NFL? All these showcase games and what he did at the Combine proves that he can step up and make that transition. So he's a guy I would look for. Now, I would probably project him to start at free safety because he has great speed, 4.49, and that's going to show you that he can cover, but he has to develop against better competition. So there'll be a growth process, but that's a guy that has great upside. Another guy that I like, Jeremy Chinn, Southern Illinois, 6'3", 221, runs a 4.45, good size, smart kid, speed and athletic ability. He has man cover skills, so right now can also start at the free safety. But he's a solid tackler, good worker, sets the tone on tackles, but he has to tone down his aggressiveness. He's a guy that hits and hits hard. So if you're looking for a strong safety, he can fit that role, but you might not want to plug him in yet because your team's going to be hit with a lot of penalties the way he plays the game. And the NFL is very protective of their wide receivers and tight ends and running backs. So he's going to have to tone down that game, learn to become a better and more complete and safer tackler. But he has a lot of upside just because of his understanding of the game and all the athletic traits. Those are the guys that we feel have the best chance to make instant impacts on defense We're not as high as on some of the other guys that the draft pundits out there are throwing out there, but if you select these guys in the draft, your defense gets instantly better.